Hey, welcome back to the All Green channel. I'm Jimbo, and thanks for joining me. Today, I've got a really exciting video I wanted to put together for you. Something I've done in the past, and since the migration and everything's changed with the GLE token, I've been anxious to put together a new calculator for everybody and just discuss the options, the possibilities that we might be seeing in the near future. So let's get started. I'm on the web page right here, and a couple things I wanted to go through with you right now before we get into the calculator is we're talking about the BUSD rewards, Binance Stablecoin Rewards. And I'm just going to read this real quick. Green Life Energy, GLE, Ltd., and our green energy partners, Palace and Mundius, will be creating a nonprofit foundation called the Green Life Foundation. The foundation will distribute 50% of the revenue from Green Life Energy, GLE, Ltd., and our partners' green energy projects to our holders. You will only be eligible to receive these rewards if you stake your GLE into the foundation. The amount of BUSD rewards will depend on the amount of GLE you have staked. The other 50% of the foundation will be put back into development to create more green energy projects. And as you probably know, more projects mean more revenue going back into the foundation. So it's going to be an ever building, ever increasing, hopefully, sustainable structure that they're putting together with this nonprofit. Also, I wanted to just show you here this net income. 5% of net income from our green energy projects will be allocated back into the GLE token and ecosystem, and that might have something to do with the foundation. Like I mentioned before, a lot of this is a little bit up in the air still. It's so new, and not all the details have been released to the community. As you know, I'm not on the team. I'm just a YouTuber here on the All Green channel, and we try to figure things out as we go with you. So leave me some comments with your thoughts. But let's get into the calculator, and I'm going to make this available on my Google Drive. So check in the details of this video and you'll see a link that will connect you with this. You can download it, you can modify it, you can, however you want to do, whatever you want to do with it. Just be aware, there's no guarantees on this. I'm not guaranteeing that it's correct, but I'll be using it for my own strategic goals for investing. But that's me. You do you. All right. So what we've got here, and like I mentioned before, I just copied a couple things here. Some notes from the white paper. The GLF, that's the foundation, will be a beneficiary of these projects and the carbon credits they produce. Mundius and GLE are vesting 54 million GLE tokens to support the system. We'll come back to this. From the website, we already read the 5%. So, sources of revenue. We're talking about the foundation. The foundation's a nonprofit that's going to be receiving revenue, like we read before, from Mundius and GLE, Green Life Energy. Now, where's the revenue coming from? The main one, I believe, is going to be the primary revenue source for the foundation is the NFT carbon credit marketplace. And again, a lot of these details we haven't really figured out, or the team knows, but we as a community don't. So we're going to have to wait and fill in some of the blanks, some of the gaps as we go. So definitely subscribe if you like this kind of content and follow along the GLE journey with me. But I know this is a fact. They're getting all the carbon credits from the projects, from the green energy projects that they'll be doing. So for instance, Mundius is investing almost $200 million with GLE as a partner to develop biogas facilities. That's known. We've been told that. And that's going to be over the next 2 years. Those facilities generate carbon credits each year. And those carbon credits are going to be given to the foundation, and this is my understanding of it, where the foundation will have an NFT marketplace and they will sell those carbon credits. Now, we will have another video talking about carbon credits because it's a very complex and detailed subject. But just know that it's going to be a source of revenue for the foundation. And there's also going to be the availability of third-party carbon credit trading. And with that, just like any type of application or marketplace, there's going to be some fees involved. And those fees will, I'm assuming, feed back into the foundation as revenue. And revenue is what we're talking about today, because revenue is the portion we're going to be receiving 50% as holders, 50% of the revenue. So that's why we're talking about revenue. Now, there might be other options. There might be other revenue streams in some part. I'm not saying 100% of merchandise sales or, revenue coming in on our other projects like the GLE wallet. There's going to be revenue streams coming in from there, but I'm not sure if that's going to be involved in the foundation, if the foundation is going to receive any portion of that. If they do, it won't be the whole thing. It might be a small chunk. It might be this 5% that they're talking about down here as net income. I'm not sure. Again, one of those gaps we're going to have to fill in the blank as we go and get more details. If you'll remember, guys, there's going to be a mass marketing push in the next couple weeks as John and the team go to Turkey and get a lot of these details, get a lot of video, and we might be able to learn some things as we go through there. But we've got a really great foundation, something to get excited about, because now we're going to look at some numbers. Now, we had talked about, total circulating supply. That's how many we have. That's it. There's not going to be ever any more. And they're probably not going to be any less, because frankly, that's not a lot, which is good for us as holders. Now, we just read earlier in the video, there's 54 million tokens that are vested. That means they will not be getting put into the foundation in the form of staking. If you'll remember, you and I as holders will need to stake our GLE tokens into the foundation, lock it up, I'm assuming for a period of time, but we don't know those details yet either. And then we will receive BUSD rewards. So the longer we stake our tokens, the more tokens we stake, the more rewards in BUSD we will be airdropped. Okay, it's not something that's going to happen probably every day. It might be every month, it might be every quarter, so 4 times a year, it might be every year. I don't know. And I think some of these details, the team and the partnership with Mundius and Palace is figuring out too. So I'm sure we'll get those details soon, not soon, but when they're available and able to be shared. But think of it this way, guys. Those are not going to be able to be staked in the foundation. So we can, when we're doing our calculations of total supply being staked in foundation, we know that there's this potential minus these, because they're essentially taken out of circulation. They're being vested in the frame of the foundation. So we won't see these tokens in the foundation. There's also a number of tokens that are going to be, for lack of a better term, locked up into liquidity pools as we are developing, as we're spreading and expanding as a company into listings on exchanges like PancakeSwap. There is a number of tokens. As of this morning, there was 4,600,000 in PancakeSwap. And as we gain more exchanges, that's more tokens that are not going to be able to be put into the foundation and staked. That's a good thing, because each of these little things that we're talking about is increasing our market share or your market share when you stake. So this is where we have to kind of get a little creative. Let's assume like PancakeSwap, we'll get on to 4, 5, 6, 10 different more exchanges, and each of those exchanges is going to need some tokens. Now, as the price increases, they'll probably won't need as many tokens, but still we can take a creative license here and just assume I'm just going to put in 20 million tokens in addition to PancakeSwap in other exchanges. And this is, again, as we move forward, we'll be able to fine tune this a little bit as we go. And so if we add them all up, we'll come down to 81,400,000. Again, just an estimate. But that auto fills over here. Now, if you're playing with this on your own, you download this, you can adjust these in the shaded out areas, the shaded out cells. You can change these. So this is the amount of GLE tokens I would stake in. And of course, we can edit this. This tells you your percentage holding or market share based on the total supply being staked in the foundation, which we just figured out. And then it autofills this table down here. So again, we're going to have to get a little creative here, but looking at sources of foundation revenue, we can guess, this is get really wild guessing, but let's just say that the foundation, or excuse me, the foundation has $10 million of revenue from all the different streams coming into it. Okay, 50% of that is, half, so $5 million gets sent to holders that are staking in the foundation. And for me, at my 50,000 GNL staked, you can see I'm going to be receiving $3,000, almost $3,100. It's pretty good considering, that same $3,000 it will, at this point in time, in May 18th, will get my initial investment back. So that right there is a really good indicator that of a solid investment, in my opinion, not financial advice. Now, let's say I had a little bit more. Let's say I had 100,000 tokens. So you see my market share increased right there. And let's go back down to $10 million of revenue. And now all of a sudden each year, I'm receiving over $6,000. Let's say the company, it's 5 years down the road. It's 2027. And we have 30 different green projects. We got solar projects, we've got wind projects, we've got biogas, we're generating electricity, we're selling it to users around the world and generating revenue. Let's just get crazy. $100 million, okay? All of a sudden, that 100,000 token wallet that I have that I'm staking in the foundation, I'm receiving $61,000 a year. Is it attainable? I think so. This year and these next 2 years, we're really going to have a good indication as to how fast this partnership and these companies are going to be moving. I'm super excited to see their progress. And, I think this, John wants to make it, as he said, $1 billion company. And Birkin from Polys has said that's not enough. It's going to be much bigger than that. And you can start to see, as we look at the numbers here, the foundation of something that could be very huge. So anyways, I hope you like the calculator. I hope you like messing around with it. You can use this, in my humble opinion, I'm going to use it for my strategic goals of how many tokens I want. If I want this to make me enough annually that I can retire, maybe I want to come down and say, all right, well, to be comfortable, super comfortable in my opinion, but everyone lives differently. I would want, $50,000. Excuse me. I guess I'd have to come down here. So yeah, right here, $49,000. I would be looking for the company to generate $80 million of revenue each year. Now that's obviously going to go down if I've got 200,000 tokens. Now I'm talking a lot of tokens, guys. I know this is going to be the top 75, top 100 holders right now, but if I had a 200,000 token wallet that's being staked and I want to retire at $49,000, now the revenue that the company would have to make is only $40 million. So you can see, obviously, the more staked, the more I'm receiving. And, obviously this supply is not a done deal. We talked about being able to change how many tokens that are not able to be staked. and that's going to increase our market share here as well. So anyways, mess with the numbers. I think a an amazing goal, in my opinion, is 100,000 to be staked, and then let's give the company time. You know, this is going to be a patience thing. This while Polys has said and Birkin has told us, the CEO there, that a lot of these plans are in place. They're just ready to start breaking ground and do it and doing everything once everything's ironed out. Which I believe in the next couple months we'll start hearing some details coming. But you know, this is going to be a patience game, and these green projects don't pop up in one day. It's going to take a little bit of time for the companies to build and then operate to generate the revenue. I mentioned that, and I do want to just add to it, the carbon credits, you know, are going to be considerably quicker as a revenue stream, as far as you're not building any infrastructure except for a digital application, which we've heard that could take a few months to build out. I assume we'll likely, as a company, hire the same developer that's putting together our wallet application, which would be great because he's going to be there. They are that company, a top company in the world for this type of applications. And so, you know, add on a few months and open it up, and we'll be able to take third-party carbon credit trading, I assume, pretty immediately after that. So we might start seeing some sales. And in fact, I think that the John had mentioned that the goal is by the end of 2022, there will be carbon credit sales taking place on a new marketplace. So I'm excited. It's going to be amazing, guys. This could be something big enough that you can retire. I'm just saying that's what I'm hoping for, and that's what I'm strategically setting myself up for. All right. Well, thanks for joining, guys. Please subscribe. We're gonna keep making a lot of these different videos. I'm gonna add my own twist to it, of course. You know, I'm not a team member, so I'm gonna take some creative liberties and do a little guessing. But I feel like you probably want that anyways, and we can kind of work together as a community to hopefully help change our lives, help change thousands of more lives around the world, people that might need some help and need some assistance. And again, that's what the nonprofit's for, right? It's for the holders, but it's more importantly, it's for this earth, and it's for other people, changing people's lives. I'm super excited. All right, we'll leave it at that. Take care, guys. Thanks.